My name is Noha Bakr. I'm a political science professor at the American University in Cairo. I have great interest in Africa and what's happening in Africa. I've had my publications on democracy in Africa and on different security challenges confronting Africa as well as globally. I also had the experience of working as a public servant. I was formerly the assistant of the Minister of International Cooperation. When we're talking about North Africa, we're talking about Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, and Mauritania. When we're talking about youth, I'll stick to the African Union definition of youth, which is from the age of 15 to 35. Of course, there is a window of opportunity. 3 out of these 6 countries had severe changes. 1 and 2 of them, the revolution have led to changes in the constitutions and changes in the legislations. These new constitutions and legislations have led to changes in welcoming youth to participate in the electoral process and in the political process in general. The other 2 countries, which are Algeria and Morocco, have went through reforms in order to avoid having a revolutions, while unfortunately in Libya it ended up into a civil war, while Mauritania is still watching and let's see what will happen in it. These changes in the constitutions and in the laws are a real window of opportunity. The fact that the young people, the youth who have led these changes is also a window of opportunity, but there are obstacles. These obstacles are simply identified is there a real political will to activate these constitutions and laws? Are there a real change in the culture and a belief that youth can bring change? To what extent are women welcomed in the political process and participation, young women? These obstacles are confronting youth in there also the challenges of their ability to raise the funds to be part of the political process or to have the networking. The human capacity of youth themselves are challenges. We need to put a strategy, a concrete strategy, policies and action plan, and to monitor our action plan effectiveness. Denying youth participation would make them more pathetic, would make them pessimistic about their own country, would make them lose their identity, lose their feeling of belonging. Also, youth comes with fresh ideas, with new ideas that are not stereotyped. The fact that they share in the political process in itself is a goal, because you cannot have democracy while you are simply denying a big portion of the society, especially that North Africa is a young region where the youth constitute a big percentage of the demography. We have 2 approaches, top-down or from the bottom to the top. From the top to the bottom, simply we need the political will. Simply we need the rulers to believe in it and not to consider it just a process to take a photo with youth and to say that youth are engaged. We don't want just a facelifting to the regimes. We need the regimes to have a political will that is manifested in a sincere obligation in fulfilling the fact that youth would be included. This includes laws, include public awareness, includes opening windows, include training youth, include proper education, civic education, many things. This is if we're taking it from top to bottom. If we're taking it from bottom to top, the youth also needs to insist on their rights, need to build their own capacities, need to find their path, need to forget about their recent political pessimism and apathy, because unfortunately youth who have led change and led revolutions, when they felt that they are marginalized now, they somehow lost their interests, and we can see that there is sort of a political fatigue, or a sort of accepting to trade democracy to stability because of the terror, the extremist threat in the region. All this is important, that youth themselves also believe in themselves and believe in the importance of them playing a role. I think there is there is a room for them to play a role, but also it will not all happen between day and night, because simply there are obstacles. Part of these obstacles are cultural obstacles or tribal obstacles in our region. There are obstacles from the regimes themselves, although they claim otherwise, some of the regimes. So there is lots of efforts that needs to be done, and effort will be also needing time. It will take some time for change to happen, but with all the enthusiasm, with all the activities done, with the support of regional organizations like the African Union, and hopefully you will see also the Arab League playing a role, with the United Nations as the bigger umbrella, I think that it has started, the march has started, and no one can stop it.